You are not a beggar waiting for circumstances to grant you favor. You are the creator, shaping your reality with the certainty of what is already yours. Close your eyes and imagine, not as one who hopes, but as one who knows. Walk as if the thing you seek is already in your possession. Feel the texture of success, the warmth of love, the security of abundance. If you seek wealth, let the weight of gold rest in your palm. If love is your desire, feel the embrace that already belongs to you. You do not question whether the sun will rise, you know it will. Hold your vision with the same certainty. The world you see is only a shadow cast by the beliefs you hold within. If you wish to change the shadow, you must first change the light. You must dwell in the assumption that your desire is already fulfilled. Speak from the place of fulfillment, not longing. Walk in the rhythm of one who already possesses all they desire. Let your every thought, every word, every movement be in alignment with this truth. You do not chase. Chasing only affirms separation. You embody. The moment you assume the state of having, reality bends to match your conviction. The law is simple. That which you accept as true hardens into fact. The world is your mirror, faithfully reflecting the state you occupy. Align yourself with the certainty of your fulfilled desire, and life must conform. There is no power outside of you deciding your fate. You are the operant power. What you accept, you experience. What you persist in feeling, you manifest. Shift your focus from wanting to knowing, from seeking to possessing. The moment you live as if your desire is already realized, you command the unseen forces of creation to move in your favor. Nothing is denied to the one who lives in the end. Nothing is withheld from the one who dares to assume. Let the feeling of already having saturate your being, and the world must bow to your conviction. The secret to creating the life you desire lies in your ability to live in the end. This means assuming with absolute conviction that you already possess the thing you seek. It is not about wishing, hoping, or waiting for change. It is about stepping into the state of having right now, in this very moment. The world around you is not fixed. It is fluid, constantly molded by your thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions. You do not need to struggle against circumstances, beg for a better future, or wonder when your desires will manifest. Instead, you step into the feeling of fulfillment, allowing it to saturate your mind and body as though it were already your reality. To live in the end means to feel as if your desire is already accomplished. It is not an act of pretense or mere positive thinking, but a deep inner conviction that what you seek is already yours. You must feel it so profoundly that your mind accepts it as truth. The mind does not differentiate between what is real and what is imagined. It only responds to the dominant emotions and beliefs you hold. When you persist in the feeling of having rather than wanting, your world must shift to reflect that inner state. Most people operate from a place of lack. They look at their current reality and react to it, allowing it to dictate their emotions and beliefs. But if you are waiting for proof before you believe, you are allowing the world to control you. This is why so many struggle, because they are trapped in a cycle of reacting to what is, rather than creating what will be. The key is to break free from this pattern and understand that you are the cause, not the effect. You are not here to be a victim of circumstances, you are here to shape them. Imagine for a moment that everything you desire is already yours. Close your eyes and step into that reality with all your senses. If it is wealth you seek, feel the security, the ease, the confidence that comes with financial abundance. If it is love, feel the warmth, the companionship, the deep connection of already having your perfect relationship. If it is health, feel the vitality, the strength, the peace of being whole and well. Do not just see it, feel it. Let it become real in your mind. This is not daydreaming, this is creation. The moment you embody the feeling of already having, the universe begins to rearrange itself to match your assumption. This is the power of the unseen. Reality is not something happening to you, it is something responding to you. The moment you shift your state of being, everything around you must shift accordingly. The external world is simply a reflection of the inner world. If you hold on to the feeling of already having what you want, it must materialize in your life. It is law. Doubt is the enemy of creation. The moment you question whether your desire will come, you undo your own work. Doubt is simply a signal that you are still seeing yourself as separate from what you want. When you live in the end, there is no room for doubt, because you are not waiting, you are being. There is a difference between hoping and knowing. Hoping suggests uncertainty, knowing is unwavering. When you step into the state of fulfillment, you no longer ask when will it come, because in your mind it is already here. This is why faith is so powerful. Faith is not about believing in something outside of you. It is about knowing the truth within you. It is about standing firm in your assumption regardless of what the physical world appears to show. The world will always try to reflect your old beliefs until your new assumption solidifies. This is why persistence is key. You must remain in the state of fulfillment even when nothing seems to be happening. It is not about forcing reality to change, but about trusting that it must conform. Think of a gardener planting a seed. He does not dig it up every day to see if it is growing. He trusts the process, knowing that if he provides the right conditions, the seed will inevitably sprout. The same is true with your desires. The moment you plant the seed in your imagination and nourish it with the feeling of already having, it must grow into form. The only way you delay it is by doubting, questioning, or shifting back into the state of lack. Living in the end requires a shift in identity. You must no longer see yourself as the person who is striving for something. You must become the person who already has it. This means adjusting your thoughts, emotions, and actions to align with your new reality. Ask yourself, how would I think if I already had what I wanted? How would I speak? How would I carry myself? What choices would I make? Then begin to embody that version of yourself now. Every moment is an opportunity to reinforce your assumption. If old doubts creep in, do not fight them. Simply return to the feeling of already having. The more you practice this, the more natural it becomes. It is like training a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Over time, this new state of being becomes your default, and reality has no choice but to reflect it back to you. There is no need to force anything. When you live in the end, action becomes effortless. You will naturally be drawn to the right opportunities, the right people, the right circumstances. You will move with confidence and ease because you are no longer seeking, you are experiencing. The struggle, the worry, the endless striving all disappear, replaced by a deep inner knowing that what you desire is already yours. The greatest gift you can give yourself is the realization that you do not have to wait for happiness, success, or fulfillment. You do not have to chase, beg, or prove yourself worthy. You are already worthy. The moment you accept this, the moment you live from the end rather than for it, the entire universe bends to bring your vision into reality. The world you see around you is nothing more than a reflection of your inner state. It is a mirror, faithfully revealing the beliefs, assumptions, and feelings you hold within. Most people believe that their circumstances are random or controlled by external forces, but in truth, everything in your reality is the result of your dominant state of consciousness. If you wish to change your life, you must first change yourself. The outer world cannot shift until your inner world does. Everything you experience is shaped by the thoughts and emotions you entertain. If you constantly dwell in worry, doubt, or fear, life will bring you more situations that reinforce those feelings. If you live in a state of joy, gratitude, and confidence, your world will mold itself to match that energy. This is not wishful thinking. It is a law as precise and unchanging as gravity. The world does not create your state of being. Your state of being creates the world. Consider a person who always expects the worst. They believe that life is difficult, that opportunities are scarce, and that good things rarely happen to them. Because of this belief, they move through life in a state of tension and resistance. They anticipate failure, and so they hesitate to take action. They focus on obstacles, and so they find them everywhere they look. Even when good things come their way, they dismiss them or find reasons why they will not last. Their belief that life is hard becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Now, contrast that with someone who believes that life is abundant, that opportunities are endless, and that things always work out in their favor. This person walks with ease and confidence. They trust that even challenges are working for their benefit. They expect good things, so they recognize and seize opportunities that others might overlook. They do not waste energy on fear or doubt because their dominant assumption is that all is well, and so their world mirrors this belief, consistently bringing them experiences that affirm their inner state. Both people are living in the same world, but they are experiencing completely different realities. The difference is not in luck, circumstance, or talent. It is in consciousness. Each person is creating their life from within, whether they realize it or not. The outer world is simply an echo, a reflection of what is going on inside. If you wish to change what appears in the mirror, you do not try to manipulate the reflection, you adjust the source. Most people attempt to change their lives by working on the outside first. They try to fix circumstances, control other people, or force external results. But this is like trying to change your reflection in a mirror by adjusting the glass. It does not work. True change happens from within. The moment you shift your inner state, the outer world must follow. It has no choice. If you find yourself stuck in undesirable circumstances, do not look to the world for confirmation of what is possible. Instead, look within and ask, what belief is this reality reflecting back to me? If you are constantly struggling with money, what is your assumption about wealth? Do you believe it is scarce and difficult to obtain? If your relationships are filled with conflict, what are you expecting from others? Do you assume people are untrustworthy, that love is hard to find, or that you are unworthy of affection? The answers to these questions reveal the beliefs shaping your experience. Once you become aware of the inner assumptions creating your reality, you have the power to change them. You do not need to fix the outer world. You only need to shift your state of being. The moment you adopt a new belief, the mirror begins to change. At first, the old reflection may persist, just as a moving train does not stop instantly. But if you remain firm in your new assumption, reality has no choice but to conform. This process requires faith, for the world may not change overnight. The mirror does not always respond instantly, and this is where most people falter. They begin to shift their consciousness, but when they do not see immediate results, they revert to their old patterns of doubt and fear. This is like planting a seed and digging it up every day to see if it has sprouted. Growth takes time. The external world is always catching up to your inner world, but it will catch up if you remain steady in your assumption. Your emotions are a powerful indicator of your inner state. If you feel anxious, worried, or frustrated, these emotions are revealing a misalignment between your desires and your beliefs. Do not ignore these feelings, use them as a guide. Ask yourself, what am I assuming that is creating this emotional response? Once you identify the thought or belief, replace it with one that serves you. Move into the feeling of already having what you desire and let that feeling become your new dwelling place. When you change your inner world, do not force the outer world to change. Simply trust that it will. Your only job is to hold the state of fulfillment within. Reality will rearrange itself to match your dominant vibration, often in ways you could never have planned. People will enter your life at the right time, opportunities will appear effortlessly, and situations that once seemed impossible will shift in your favor. Think of a radio station. If you are tuned to a frequency of lack, struggle, and fear, you cannot receive the broadcast of abundance, ease, and joy. The station is always there, but you must tune in to hear it. In the same way, your desired reality is already available. It exists as a possibility right now. The only thing required is that you align yourself with it by embodying the state of already having. This is why imagining and feeling as if your desire is already fulfilled is so powerful. When you live in the end, you are tuning your frequency to the reality you wish to experience. You are becoming a match for the life you want. And because the world is a mirror, it must reflect that state back to you. There is no need to struggle or fight against circumstances. The moment you shift internally, the external must shift as well. There is no force outside of you dictating your fate. You are the cause and the world is the effect. If you hold to the feeling of already having, the reflection in the mirror will change, and life will bring you exactly what you expect. Chasing implies lack. When you chase something, you affirm that it is not yet yours, that it is separate from you, and that you must work to obtain it. This very mindset creates resistance, pushing what you desire further away. The more you seek, the more you reinforce the idea that what you want is missing. The key to manifestation is not to chase, but to embody. When you embody the state of already having, the external world must align to reflect that reality. Think of a magnet. It does not run after metal, it simply possesses the quality that naturally draws metal toward it. The same principle applies to your desires. You do not need to run after success, love, or abundance. Instead, you align yourself with the vibration of those things, and they are drawn to you effortlessly. You do this by assuming the feeling of already being the person who has what you want. You act, think, and move as if it were already yours, not as someone desperately seeking it. Consider someone who desires wealth. If they constantly affirm that they need more money, that they are struggling, and that they lack financial security, They are operating from a state of wanting. They are chasing wealth, believing it is something outside of themselves that must be acquired. But someone who embodies the state of wealth feels and acts as if they are already financially secure. They do not dwell on lack, they focus on the abundance that already exists within them. Their thoughts, emotions, and actions align with the certainty that they have more than enough, and as a result, opportunities for wealth naturally flow into their life. The same is true for love. A person who chases love, desperately seeking validation and affection from others, is affirming that love is something they lack. This creates an energy of neediness which repels rather than attracts. But someone who embodies love radiates it effortlessly. They feel whole and complete within themselves. They do not look for love outside of them because they already experience it internally. And because they are aligned with love, they naturally attract it in their external reality. Embodying means becoming. You must become the version of yourself who already has what you desire. This does not mean forcing or pretending. It means fully embracing the state of being that aligns with your wish fulfilled. If you desire success, embody the confidence, mindset, and habits of a successful person. If you desire health, embody the vitality and wholeness of a healthy person. When you align your inner state with your desire, the physical world follows. This is why action alone is not enough. Many people believe that if they work harder, push more, or chase relentlessly, they will achieve their goals. But action taken from a state of lack only reinforces the belief that what you want is far away. True creation happens when action flows naturally from a state of embodiment. When you already feel successful, the right opportunities present themselves effortlessly. When you already feel abundant, the right financial breakthroughs occur without struggle. When you already feel loved, relationships flourish effortlessly. This does not mean you do nothing. It means that your actions arise from alignment rather than desperation. A person who embodies wealth does not take action out of fear of scarcity. They take action with confidence, knowing that success is inevitable. A person who embodies love does not seek validation. They naturally express love and attract it in return. The key is to act from a place of fulfillment, not longing. Your subconscious mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. It only responds to the emotions and beliefs you hold. If you persist in the feeling of already having, your mind accepts it as truth, and reality conforms accordingly. This is why visualization and affirmations are so powerful. Not because they convince the universe to give you something, but because they reprogram your mind to accept your desire as already fulfilled. When you embody, you let go of attachment. You do not need to force things to happen because you trust that they are already yours. This is the opposite of chasing, where you constantly check for results, worry about the outcome, and operate from fear. When you truly embody, you relax into certainty. You know that what you desire is coming, just as surely as the sun rises each morning. You move through life with ease, knowing that everything is unfolding in perfect order. Many people struggle with this concept because they are conditioned to believe in effort, struggle, and competition. Society teaches that you must work hard, fight for what you want, and prove your worth. But true manifestation is not about proving anything. It is about aligning. The moment you step into the state of already having, life arranges itself to reflect that assumption. You do not need to compete. You only need to align. The greatest creators in history understood this principle. They did not chase success, they embodied it. They carried themselves with the certainty that they were already what they desired to be. Whether it was artists, inventors, or leaders, they all operated from a state of knowing. They did not hope for success. They lived as though it were inevitable. And because they believed it to be true, the world confirmed their belief. This is why your self-concept is the foundation of everything you create. You cannot attract what you do not believe yourself to be. If you see yourself as unworthy, no amount of external effort will bring you lasting success. If you see yourself as unlucky in love, no relationship will fulfill you. You must first change how you see yourself. When you shift your identity, the world shifts with you. The process is simple, but it requires faith. You must commit to embodying the state of already having, even when the external world has not yet caught up. At first, your reality may still reflect old beliefs, just as a radio continues playing a station even after you've changed the dial. But if you remain firm in your new state, the outer world must adjust. It has no choice. Your only job is to hold the feeling of fulfillment. When you wake up in the morning, move through your day as if your desire is already yours. Speak, think, and act from that place. Let go of urgency, impatience, and doubt. Trust that everything is unfolding perfectly. When you stop chasing and start embodying, life flows effortlessly, and what you once pursued begins to pursue you. Desires are not random. They are not fleeting wishes that appear in your mind without purpose. Every true desire that arises within you is a seed planted by the infinite intelligence of life itself. It is not something separate from you, it is an extension of who you are. You would not have a deep longing for something unless it was already yours in consciousness, waiting to be expressed in the physical world. Most people look at their desires and feel a sense of separation. They think, I want this, but I do not have it. That thought alone creates resistance, for it affirms the absence of what is wanted. When you believe your desire is something outside of you, something you must struggle to obtain, you push it further away. But when you recognize that your desires are simply an invitation to embody the state of already having, you step into the natural flow of creation. Everything in existence begins as an unseen reality, before it takes physical form. The house you live in was once an idea in someone's mind. The chair you sit on was once only a vision before it became tangible. Every invention, every piece of art, every great achievement started first in consciousness before it was expressed in the world. Your desires are no different. They already exist in the unseen realm. Your task is not to create them from nothing, but to align with them so they can manifest in your experience. The moment you accept that your desires are already yours, your entire perception shifts. You no longer feel the weight of waiting, the pressure of uncertainty, or the anxiety of how it will happen. Instead, you move with certainty, knowing that what you have asked for is already on its way. This is not delusion, it is the understanding of how reality truly works. The world is simply a reflection of your inner state. When you assume the feeling of already having, reality must adjust to bring that experience to you. This is why it is crucial to release all doubts. The only thing that can delay your desire is your own disbelief. Many people waver between faith and fear. One moment they believe their dream is possible, the next moment they question if it will ever come. This back and forth keeps them stuck, for the universe responds to the dominant energy you hold. If you truly believe something is already yours, you do not question it, you do not beg for it, and you do not look to the world for proof. You simply know. And in that knowing, the manifestation becomes inevitable. Think of a tree. When you plant a seed, you do not dig it up every day to see if it is growing. You trust that the soil, the sun, and the rain will do their part. You nurture it, but you do not interfere with its natural process. The same is true for your desires. The moment you fully accept that they are already yours, they begin to take root in the unseen. Your role is to nurture that belief, not to doubt the process. Many people believe they must work tirelessly to achieve their desires, that only through struggle can they attain what they want. But true manifestation is not about struggle, it is about alignment. It is about shifting your inner world so completely that the outer world has no choice but to conform. This does not mean you do nothing. It means that the actions you take arise effortlessly from a state of certainty rather than desperation. When you know something is yours, you do not force things to happen. You allow them to unfold naturally. Consider someone who desires love. If they constantly search for a partner, feeling lonely and incomplete, they are affirming their lack. Their energy radiates longing, and so they continue to attract experiences that reflect that emptiness. But if they instead embody the state of already being loved, they move through life with confidence and joy. They do not seek validation because they already feel whole. And in that wholeness, love effortlessly finds them. The same is true for wealth. A person who constantly worries about money, who counts every penny in fear, is affirming scarcity. They may work harder and harder, yet their financial struggles persist because they are living in the state of lack. But someone who embodies abundance, who feels prosperous regardless of their current bank balance, attracts wealth with ease. They do not chase money, they become a magnet for it. When you believe your desires are already yours, you release all resistance. You stop questioning when they will come, how they will come, or if they will come at all. You step into a state of peace, knowing that what you have asked for is already unfolding in the perfect way. This trust is the key. Most people sabotage their manifestations by constantly checking for results. feeling anxious about timing and doubting their worthiness. But those who truly understand the creative process know that the moment they assume their desire as already fulfilled, the work is done. Time is an illusion when it comes to manifestation. Many people believe they must wait for their desires, that they are at the mercy of external forces. But in reality, everything happens according to the state you occupy now. If you continue to see your desire as something in the future, it will remain in the future. But if you step into the state of already having now, it must come into your present reality. This is why feeling is so powerful. You must feel the reality of your desire before it appears. If you want success, feel successful now. If you want love, feel love now. If you want abundance, feel abundant now. This is not pretending. It is shifting your vibration to align with the version of you that already has what you seek. The world is simply a mirror, reflecting back whatever state you consistently embody. Many people misunderstand this and think they must ignore their current reality. But it is not about ignoring. It is about choosing which reality you will give power to. If your external world does not yet match your inner vision, do not let it dictate your belief. Hold firm to the unseen reality you are creating. The physical world is always playing catch-up to your consciousness. If you persist in the assumption of already having, your outer reality will eventually conform. There is no force outside of you deciding what you can or cannot have. You are the creator. The only limitations that exist are the ones you accept. If you believe something is beyond your reach, it will be. But if you accept that it is already yours, no power in the universe can keep it from you. This is why faith is the final key. Faith is not hoping, wishing, or waiting. It is knowing. It is the unshakable certainty that what you desire is already yours. When you hold this faith, nothing can disturb you. You do not react to temporary appearances. You remain steady in your assumption, and in that steadiness, reality bends to match your conviction. The moment you claim your desire is already fulfilled, the wheels are set in motion. Circumstances will shift. People will appear, and opportunities will unfold in ways you could never have predicted. You do not need to figure out how. It is not your concern. Your only job is to remain in the feeling of already having. The rest will take care of itself. When you finally accept this truth, you will no longer wait for your desires to come. You will live as though they are already here, and in that living, they will become your reality. Letting go is the final step in the process of manifestation, yet it is often the most misunderstood. Many people believe that letting go means giving up, that it means abandoning their desire and resigning themselves to whatever life brings. But true letting go is not about detachment from the desire itself. It is about detachment from the doubt, the fear, the urgency, and the need to control how and when it will appear. It is the complete trust that what you have asked for is already done, already unfolding, and already yours. Most people struggle with this because they are conditioned to believe that they must constantly take action, constantly strive, and constantly check for results. They plant the seed of their desire, but then dig it up every day to see if it has grown. This impatience disrupts the process, creating resistance and reinforcing the belief that what they want is still missing. But when you truly understand the creative power of your mind, you realize that the moment you have claimed something as yours, it is already set in motion. Your only job is to remain in the state of already having it, without constantly questioning or doubting. Imagine placing an order at a restaurant. Once you have chosen what you want and given your request to the waiter, you do not worry about whether the food will arrive. You do not keep asking if the chef has started cooking, nor do you run into the kitchen to check if your meal is being prepared. You simply relax, knowing that it is on its way. You trust the process. The same is true with your desires. The moment you have impressed your subconscious mind with the assumption that what you want is already yours, the process has begun. Your only task is to trust that it is being orchestrated perfectly, without needing to interfere. The reason letting go is so powerful is that it removes resistance. The more you worry about when or how something will happen, the more you push it away. Worry is a signal to your subconscious mind that you do not yet believe in the reality of your desire. And because your reality reflects your inner state, it continues to show you evidence of lack, delay, and struggle. But when you truly let go, when you release all attachment to the outcome and surrender to the knowing that it is already done, you allow things to unfold effortlessly. This does not mean you stop caring about your desires. It means you no longer obsess over them. You no longer feel the need to chase, to force, or to manipulate circumstances. You no longer check the external world for signs and confirmations. Instead, you rest in the feeling of already having, and because you are no longer in a state of resistance, what you desire can flow to you naturally. The paradox of letting go is that the more you release, the faster things come. When you stop trying to control every detail, when you stop worrying about whether it will happen, you create space for it to appear in the most effortless way. Think of holding water in your hands. If you grasp it too tightly, it slips through your fingers. But if you hold it lightly, it remains effortlessly in your palm. The same principle applies to manifestation. The tighter you cling, the more resistance you create. But when you trust, when you loosen your grip, everything flows with ease. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing that their happiness is dependent on their desires manifesting. They think, I will be happy when I get the job, when I find love, when I have more money. But this very mindset creates a gap between them and their desire. It places happiness in the future rather than in the present. And because reality mirrors your state of being, that future happiness remains just out of reach. But when you decide to feel happy now, to feel fulfilled now, regardless of what is happening externally, you align yourself with the vibration of already having, and your desires manifest effortlessly. Letting go is an act of faith. It is the deep, unwavering knowing that what you have asked for is already yours, even if you cannot yet see it. It is the understanding that the universe is always working in your favor, orchestrating the perfect path to bring your desire into reality. But most people struggle with faith because they have been conditioned to believe only what they can see. They look at their current circumstances and think, but nothing has changed. And because they keep focusing on what is, they keep recreating the same reality. But faith does not come from seeing evidence. Faith is what brings evidence into being. It is the willingness to believe in the unseen, to trust in the process, to remain steadfast in your assumption even when everything around you appears the same. It is knowing that just as a seed takes time to sprout, just as the sun rises even when the sky is dark, your manifestation is unfolding in perfect timing. This is why people who embody a carefree, relaxed state seem to attract everything effortlessly. They are not worrying, they are not forcing, they are not stressing over details. They simply know that life will always bring them what they need when they need it. And because they do not resist, life flows smoothly for them. Meanwhile, those who worry, who doubt, who constantly check for results, remain stuck in a cycle of frustration. Letting go also means releasing attachment to a specific outcome. Often people limit themselves by being too rigid about how their desires should manifest. They say it must happen in this way, at this time, through this person. But the universe has infinite ways to bring you what you want, often in ways far greater than you could have imagined. When you let go of the need to control every detail, you allow room for the highest possible outcome to unfold. The key to this is surrender. Surrender does not mean giving up, it means trusting completely. It means allowing yourself to relax into the knowing that everything is already working out in your favor. It means releasing all fear, all doubt, all urgency, and stepping fully into the present moment with confidence and ease. One of the most powerful ways to practice letting go is through gratitude. When you focus on what you already have, when you appreciate the blessings in your life now, you shift your energy from lack to abundance. You affirm to the universe that you are already fulfilled, and in doing so, you naturally attract more to be grateful for. Gratitude aligns you with the feeling of already having, which is the very state that allows your desires to manifest. Another way to practice letting go is to immerse yourself in joy. Do not put your life on hold waiting for your manifestation to appear. Live fully now. Do things that bring you happiness, engage in activities that uplift you, surround yourself with people who inspire you. The more you cultivate joy in the present moment, the faster your desires will come, because joy is the highest vibration of creation. Ultimately, letting go is the final and most powerful step in manifestation. It is the surrender to the flow of life, the trust in the unseen, the unwavering faith that what you desire is already yours. It is